How about that? I learned a new trick, and I'm pretty excited about it. That was I learned a great new software trick where I can um, send the audio that I'm actually listening to the stream, and I think that's gonna make things that's gonna be so cool. It's a great piece of I use a MacBook Pro, and I found a piece of freeware actually. It's called Black Hole, and what it does is it helps you create a connection in your computer between the audio, so that what you're listening to also goes into your stream. And I learned how to do it, and it's pretty cool. Hope everybody's doing well. Hi again, my name is Doug Ballard. It's nice to meet you. Hopefully you're hanging out. The I am again. I'm trying some new things, and I'm hoping to be able to be a part of your day today. It is March 27th. We've been in. We've been in. I've been off of school for. This is the 10th day of no school. Started last week. We basically 2 weeks ago today we were called in to my school district and asked to make online enrichment program stuff, and which I did, and I've been trying to work with in my Google Classroom, and everything seems to be pretty good. It's so far. I mean, I've had a lot of students participating in the enrichment stuff, and been able to have a nice conversation with them, and at least on some of their work when they've asked me stuff. I'm hoping that some of them, I did post this there to let them see it, and to let them know that I was doing it. But I wanted to do that. I've been trying to follow the rules. I've been trying to follow the rules. We've been asked to do limited contact. I've tried to keep my distance from people. I tried to not leave my house too much, except to do a little exercise and see the sun, which has actually been out for the past couple days, and so it's it's just it's a challenge, and it's because I'm a gregarious extrovert, so I'm running into that problem where I am I'm having people be like, hey, I want to walk up and I want to hug people, and because at least especially my friends, and and I feel awkward, because I can't and I won't, and and it's a little difficult for me. I've been doing things like I've helped my church do a little bit of live streaming, and yesterday one of my friends, her name's Karen, she signed up to do a 5K that's supposed to be happening sometime in the near future, and it got canceled. The best way to describe it, and she has to. In order to get her materials or supplies, I think maybe misunderstanding. I think she has to. Turn in a 5K race, and so on Wednesday, she contacted me and was like, "Hey, I'm trying to run a race," and I'm really proud of her, because she's actually post surgery. She had what she calls a zombie knee, and I'm not going to really get into it, but she's like doing a really great job post surgery, and really proud of her, and she's running. And the surgery wasn't all that long ago. I'd say like a month and a half ago. And she's like already running and doing, and she's and doing that kind of thing. And so she was like, "Hey, I want someone to try to push me. I want to go faster than my fastest time." And I'm pretty fast. I run 7.5 minute to 8 minute miles on average when I do my racing, and I run a 5K every other day, basically. And I do it 4 times a week, so that's basically the way to describe it. I usually do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday is usually my schedule on the running thing, and so she came over here and we social distance run. Like, she didn't come anywhere near me, and we ran down the street. But I was setting the pace, and I was trying to make sure I set a pace I wasn't too fast for her. And but we made it, and we finished. Apparently, we missed her fastest time ever by a second. So she's pretty happy about that. She has specific goals, and I was glad to be able to be a part of that. And we're gonna try to do it again. She wants to submit whatever 5K she submits to this thing. She wants to submit her fastest time ever. So we're trying to push her past it. And she's really, really close, and she's post surgery, and she's doing amazing. So I wanted to give her a shout out and a congratulations for just being so awesome. And so it was like a virtual run trainer, and it was kind of cool. Like I said before, I'm learning some new software. I'm getting better at OBS Studio, which is the software I'm using for the live stream, and I learned how to use this. I learned how to use this. The black hole software, which was really, really cool, and that was a lot of fun, and I learned how to do that this morning. Like, I was like, oh, I need to try to figure out how to do this, and I totally changed up what I was going to do for the live stream just because I figured out how to do it in a pretty quick period of time. And it's just really cool because it loads the audio straight through the computer, and then you can hear what I'm hearing as I'm hearing it. All I have to do is throw in some headphones. These are Klipsch in-ear headphones. I always tell people I'm not the biggest fan of in-ear headphones. Don't wear in-ear headphones all the time. They're bad for your ears. I always tell people that the earbuds and all that stuff, it's bad for your hearing. Stop wearing them. The headphones that I highly recommend are I didn't bring them up because I just had too much stuff on this table as it was that I'm using as like my little studio here in my house. But I use ATH M50s, Audio-Technica ATH M50s. They are the greatest headphones I've ever had. They're half the cost of Beats with 100% more sound, better sound quality. The first time I put them on, I was impressed by how crystal clear everything was, and how I barely had to change the EQ settings to get the sound the way I wanted it to, and how they're comfortable and they can stay in your head for hours. And yeah, ATH M50s, Audio-Technica ATH M50s, studio monitor headphones. They do, I believe Audio-Technica now has a Bluetooth version of them. So if you're looking for a pair of Bluetooth headphones that cost way less than Beats and give you a much better sound, it's not just about playing the bass as heavy as possible, which is what I believe the Beat brand is there to do. Just do that. No, I'm not endorsed by Audio-Technica. I'm just simply telling you that's how much I love those headphones, that I would recommend them to anybody for something to purchase for their headphones. One of the things I'm currently kind of doing, and I'll go get it. It'll take me a second. One of the things I'm currently doing is I had someone talking about reading post-apocalyptic fiction and how it's kind of funny right now, as just something to kind of lighten the mood, being trapped in your houses, trying to not spread COVID-19. And I am reading Ernest Cline's Ready Player One. And Ready Player One is post-apocalyptic science fiction, a lot of 80s references in it. It's very funny. It's a really easy read. I mean, I started it last night, and you can see how far into it I am. I do read pretty quick, but I just wanted to read something a little lighter. I am a big fan of science fiction and things like that. That's my go-to reading is science fiction. I'm not that choosy with the. I really like John Scalzi, especially his Old Man War series. Big fan of the Larry Correa Monster Hunter series. Those are junk food right there, man. You want to read some junk food read the Larry Correia Monster Hunter series. It starts with Monster Hunter International. It's the first one. I do like some of the heavier stuff, like the Robert Heinlein, Moon is a Harsh Mistress. That's a really good one. Starship Troopers for Robert Heinlein. I like Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That was a lot of fun. Surprisingly, and I'm not joking about this, an actual decent science fiction book is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. Yeah, the woman who wrote Twilight. Yeah, Twilight. Sorry, garbage. I even read Twilight twice just to make sure my opinion was because everyone thought they were amazing. No, garbage. But The Host is actually pretty decent. I also middle school, high school level reading, also love The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Those are really, really good. Trying to think of what else I would recommend. John Scalzi, anything by him. I like his stuff. If you want an intro to his stuff, read The Android's Dream. That's a good intro to his stuff if you want to see what his style is. I also like his series Lock In and Head On. That's a series of 2 books from the same world. Pretty interesting little world there about this this disease that locked peoples into their minds and they couldn't move at all, but they were able to make these autonomous android robots that could move for them and experience their world for them, which is pretty cool. And it's it's basically a whodunit mystery using that premise, and one of the FBI agent is one of those people who are locked in. So it's kind of a fascinating book. I also really like the old Michael Crichton books, especially Jurassic Park, Lost World, Sphere, Congo, all those old science fiction, like modern science fiction. I do like Snow Crash by Neil Stephenson. Those are really good books. But right now, Ready Player One. That's what I'm reading. Great book, a lot of fun. I really like the characters. The movie did a really good job of representing it, even though they did stray from the story. They did a pretty good job of representing it. I know a lot of movies can't really, some movies, especially ones about science fiction stuff, can't always stay true. But Ready Player One, Spielberg did a good job with that, and I really appreciated that movie of the novel that I actually enjoyed. So So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about, I decided, as you can tell by my shirt, and of course from my Lego Disney Castle, that I am going to be doing, I'm going to do a discussion on some Disney stuff today. Mostly Disney music, because I'm going to try to tie it into what I do. We're going to talk a little bit today about what's called Disney Streetmosphere. And you say Streetmosphere, and it's a word that I'm not 100% certain if Disney made it up or if the Disney fans made it up, but Disney Streetmosphere is basically performers who come out into the street, and they are hired by Disney or they work directly for Disney. I have some friends who are former Streetmosphere, who are current Streetmosphere. A lot of guys. A guy I marched with in drum corps. His name is Mike. He's friends with the Green Army Men. If you don't understand what that means, sorry, I'm not going to explain it. But he's friends with the Green Army Men, and he's a really good friend with them. And he part of the Streetmosphere stuff is really cool. I really enjoy the Main Street in Magic Kingdom. Like they have like the mayor and the city council members, and I don't think they're women's suffrage, but I always think that they're women's suffrage people, but that's not what it is. And women's suffrage is like the people who go out and try to get people to vote. But they have it's like the Disney version of the Lady Lions Club or the Lady Rotary Club. But I don't remember what they call it off the top of my head while I'm trying to do this. So there's that, but then there's also lots and lots of musical acts that come out. One of the ones I'm really sad to go, and actually in my Google Classroom for my students, I posted a video of the Mazurka taiko drummers, and really kind of sad that they are no longer out there. Really kind of sad that they're no longer out there drumming after 25 years. I always really loved hearing the taiko drums all the way across Epcot. That's a really good Streetmosphere that goes in there. And as you can see, Simba has walked in to get attention again. You remember last time we did this live stream, he came over and was like, "Hey, I want attention." At some point in time, he may stick his claws into me to really get my attention, to give him attention, which is what he likes to do. He's the youngest of our cats, and so he likes to. He's a little bit more playful than the others, and sometimes he forgets that he's sharp on all four ends. Yeah, you are. So yeah, that was one of my favorites. Unfortunately, that one is no longer around. They decided when they closed Disney that they ended contracts with a number of Streetmosphere performers. I think there was Sergio in Italy, and the British Invasion or British Revolution, which was over at the UK Pavilion, and then you had the Taiko Drummers. They unfortunately ended them, and they ended contracts with them when they decided to close Disney for the quarantine. And it's sad because I really enjoyed all three of those. Sergio wasn't one of my favorites. The whistle got a little old after a while, to be honest, but he was really still very impressive, and everyone really liked him, and it's kind of a sad thing to see him go. He's been there forever too. But the Matsurika Taiko Drummers, they were incredible, and I'm going to miss them. However, so what I'm going to do is, I think I have this set up to do this correctly. I'm going to pull up some Streetmosphere videos. I have them in my history, and so I'm going to pull up some of the ones I was messing with the other day. Just a couple, just to give you an example of the Streetmosphere, and then I'll talk about why I like it and why it's awesome. And I'm hoping that this works. I'm going to listen along with you. So if you're enjoying it, let me know. If you know of any Streetmosphere, you can make a comment in the chat. And and as we're kind of looking through it, we'll see what we can we'll see what we'll come up with. All right. So let me throw my headphones in here so I can listen along with you, and hopefully let's get this rolling. So speaking of the Green Army Men, here's a little video of the Green Army Men doing their thing. So I like this. First off, a lot of these guys are just super talented drummers, and they do a really, really good job of playing their stuff. And you just gotta, I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. But they do a really good job of just understanding their technique. They really understand their fundamentals, and also they're really super entertaining. And these guys are in Hollywood studios, and let's just take a listen for a moment. This is off of Inside the Magic's YouTube page. Inside the Magic's a page I highly recommend watching if you want to see a good Disney blogger. This is really clever. It comes up here. He plays the bugle call on his tenors. All right, so I'm gonna back out of that one. That one's a lot. Like I said, that one's a lot of fun. It's it just kind of rolls really nicely, and they know their stuff. They know their stuff. They play really well. Like I said, they really understand the rudiments. And if I'm shouting, by the way, with my headphones in, I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this, so I'm gonna try my best to not shout at you. But hopefully it works out here. So let's go. We're gonna take a look here. The next group I want to talk about is the Dapper Dans, and let me pull them up. The Dapper Dans are just they're a lot of fun, especially on Main Street USA in Disney World. I'm gonna pause that for a second. But the Dapper Dans barbershop quartet. They do a really good job understanding the harmony and how to knit them together. And they also do that barbershop style, which is kind of that straight tone, minimal vibrato, and with lots of glissando, which is sliding from pitch to pitch. And that's probably like the most layman way to describe barbershop if you don't know what the style is supposed to be. So we're gonna take a listen to these guys just for a moment. This comes off of the page Disinfinity. So there you go, Disinfinity right there. So check out Disinfinity for this one. But this is the Dapper Dans doing their thing on Main Street, again from Disinfinity. So here we go. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. I love the fact that they're imitating the animatronics. So there's your plug for Disinfinity. So, one of the reasons I really like them is about what they're about to do right now, which is the crowd interaction. Lots of little silly jokes.
The finest barbershop quartet in a 2-block radius. And we're here to sing for you. You are here to listen to us. And I hope that we finish first. My little Margie, I'll always think of you, Margie. I'll tell the world I love you, don't forget your promise to me. I have heart for Margie, and my inspiration days are never blue. All is done, there is only one Margie, Margie, it's you! It's you, sorry. Dirk, you just sneeze all over me. Yeah, good all over me too. Oh boy.
All right, I'm gonna let it go there. They're just, like I said, I love them. They're a lot of fun. They really know their how to sing their parts together. They interact really well with the audience, and yeah. So try that. So that's them. The next group I'm going to bring up is just my absolute favorite, and that's the Voices of Liberty. They perform in the Rotunda. They perform in the Rotunda at Epcot. And their job is basically to prep the audience for the American Adventure, which is at the big show that's in the big animatronic show that's in the back of Epcot. And by the way, even though I'm an American and I'm supposed to feel nationalistic pride watching that show, I really, really recommend it. Definitely check out the American Adventure. But before that happens, the Voices of Liberty come out and they sing in the Rotunda, which is this gorgeously acoustically perfect space. And they don't need microphones, and they just sing, and it fills the whole space. And it looks like the inside of the outside looks like Independence Hall here in Philadelphia. And but the inside is more like the Rotunda inside. It's more like the Rotunda inside the Congress building inside Congress. So it gives this really, really gorgeous echo. So check this out. I'm going to play this for you. Just a little bit of it, not all of it.
Snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. Kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried.
See the lady in the blue, the periwinkle dress on the very right side? She is, her name is Kate Lott. She's a super soprano. She's got some notes. I cannot describe how amazing they are. By the way, this is straight off of the Disney Parks vlog. You can see that right there. So straight off the Disney Parks vlog.
Let it go.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there. Just a really good video. I would highly recommend them. I'm gonna try to add the links to the ones I played for you into the doobly-doo when I'm done, just because I'm kind of randomly picking them right now. And that Frozen, they just do an amazing job. And then the final little piece of Streetmosphere I'm going to share with you is the Main Street Philharmonic. They're a band. They're a band out of they're a band of brass players that come around the street. Disneyland has the Disneyland Band, and that actually has woodwinds and other things in it. But since we're talking strictly Disney World this time, I'm going to talk about the Main Street Philharmonic. They are just amazing players. The great trumpet players, amazing trombonists, and a couple sousaphones and a couple of percussionists. And they just are amazing. They play with such amazing skill. And the reason this one says Mark Zaust is that's who I was actually looking for when I was searching for the thing. Mark Zaust used to be in a group called Future Core, and Future Core used to play in Epcot, and that was amazing. They stopped that around 99, 2000, I want to say, is when Future Core ended. Future Core was there from like the mid 80s forever. It was a group of brass players playing on drum corps bugles. And if you don't know what drum corps is, I'll talk about that in a future vlog. Drum corps is a big experience in my life, and I'll talk about that some other time. But Future Core was this group that played out of Epcot. You can look them up on YouTube. Whole bunch of stuff on there from Future Core playing their things. And Mark Zaust used to be a trumpet player in there, and then for a little while he came back and played with the Main Street Philharmonic because he's based out of Florida there. So I'm going to bring this one up. This is on. I'll back it up again, but that's Ido Masur's page. Again, I will link all of these videos that I'm playing here in my description. And this one is, again, this is the Disney group, the Disney brass players kind of rocking out to a little bit of some old Disney favorites. So here we go. I mean, just listen to that tone quality. That tone quality is incredible from everybody. Trombones, tubas, just like solid walking bass lines. Just incredible. I love the short guy trumpet player. He's my favorite. The guy just stepped forward. He plays around so much. I love it. He plays with the audience. He'll talk to you when the whole thing's done. Everything. He's great. He's been there. He's the short guy has been there forever. I need to ask his name sometime. I'm just gonna ask him. He's amazing. By the way, Mark Zaust is all the way to the left of the line in the trumpets. Actually, sorry, he's the second one in. Second one in. All right, I'm going to stop it there just because you don't need to sit here and listening to me just like touting their praises. But yeah, that's the Main Street Philharmonic. They have some great videos out there. I will link, like I said, I'll link this one in the doobly-doo so you can see that. Hold on. Come back here to my stupid face. Welcome back. Nice to see you. So yeah, that's kind of like that's kind of the idea of what the Streetmosphere is. It's a lot of fun. They do a really good job, and they play really, really well. And I love kind of working with that whole. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, I'm pulling up the wrong windows as I'm trying to get stuff back in order up here. So yeah, that's what Disney Streetmosphere is, and it's just it's one of the I will always stop if there's good Streetmosphere going on. Hollywood Studios has some actors that walk around and put on these little like shows and pretend they're making movies or comedy skits or whatever. And if there's Streetmosphere going on, Star Wars Streetmosphere in Galaxy's Edge, also as well as out like they had for a while they were having this like parade of the Imperial Stormtroopers that was great. If there's ever Streetmosphere, I will generally stop. I mean, yeah, I go to Disney all the time, so it's not about rides, meals. It's more about like enjoying our time there. And it's coming up soon. I'm going to start doing what I call top 10 things to do, and I'm going to do that in each park, and then maybe do that for a couple of the resorts and stuff like that. That's going to be some of my future blogs, not live shows. Those are going to be more produced, but the live stuff is going to be mostly stuff like this. We talk, and then maybe I'll do some playing. So today I'm going to switch over now to doing a little bit of playing. Last time we worked on the Lord of the Rings, and I'm still working on that. I'm going to continue with that, but I had said last time that I was going to do this part of your world from. I was going to try to work on part of your world from Little Mermaid, and I didn't get to it because it was already running pretty long. And so I'm going to start doing that today. And I do hope that whatever you are doing today, you're making a little bit of fun. Like I said, not the greatest piano player. I'm working on this on purpose because I want to be better at it. So I'm going to make mistakes while I'm playing it because I am a very weak piano player. Let's just be honest here. For those of you, I hope you enjoyed my horn concert that I did the other day. If you haven't seen that, you can go and find that on my page. Please remember to like and subscribe. I played Mozart Horn Concerto No. 3, Commercial number 447 by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. I played it in its entirety as a little live concert on the other day. You can get to see that. It is still up on my page, so go ahead and check that out. But like I said, I'm going to switch over here, work on some piano. Again, this is my old, very, very old Wurlitzer upright grand piano that I'm playing on. And yeah, so we're going to do a little work on part of your world here. All right. By the way, remember how I said last time, if you watched last time, that I'm terrible at page turns? This one's all about awful page turns. See, I have trouble with that chord change because I have to figure where my hands go. So I have... Let me try that again. Try not playing E flats. All right, let's try that again. there's a lot of that left hand issue, but you saw that page turn in there, right? I tried. The with the way that I'm looking at it here is that the left hand has these notes. So the left hand, while the right hand's doing all the moving, that's the page turn that happens in there. And the problem is I also have with page turns is that when I do them, I will often the understandably the front of this piano has a lip that kind of sits it sits there, and the problem is that with these larger books is that it catches the pages. So I need to figure out something. I may just need to put like something to set it on. So that it leans back as well, because the cool thing is that this piano, you can see it when I do this. Well, I don't know if you can, but when I drop the cover down, the back flattens out. But when I put it up, it's got a little mechanical thing in it that makes it lean forward, so the music leans up and stuff like that. So I don't know. By the way, my conductor Mickey Funko Pop here, right after the last live stream, I knocked him off the top piano and broke his foot off. I was able to glue him back on though, so he's all better. But I was so upset. Right after, I was like, I love my Funko Pop, and then I dropped it on the floor. I totally hit it with my hands as I was trying to turn off the light, and I felt like a big dummy. But here we go. I'm gonna try it from the beginning again, just because I'm working. I'm trying to work these page turns. I'm gonna try to get this. Let's see if I can get that dog-eared a little bit. That might help. All right, so there we go. Slow it down a little bit. Because I started thinking about too much stuff. I'm gonna try it again from the beginning. Like I said, Michelle's told me when I'm practicing, no swearing. That's another one of those garbage page turns. I need to figure that out. Like I said, it's I'm just so terrible at turning the pages and getting them up there and doing what I need to do and grabbing hold of it. And I've tried dog-earing it and all that other stuff. And you heard me miss the other page turn on the last one. And I want to get better at page turns. So frustrating. So the I mean it's the so it's really kind of an interesting thing there with how I just can't get the page turned right. So I'm gonna practice the page turn. All right, I'm gonna do it from I've got who's its and what's its galore. I've got who's its and what's its galore. No. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, I definitely don't. Oh, I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. That better? Let's try it like that. I don't know. I'm just messing around now. All right, so let's try it from I've got who's its and what's its galore. I feel like I start getting nervous about turning the page. I can't. Yeah, I got the page over, but now I didn't get my left hand down in time. I can do this. Better. I got the note down. It's the B flat that I'm worried about missing on the next page, and I can feel my hand go. Oh, I'm not gonna get it. Try again. Why am I terrible at this? I know, the comment section are going to be like, because you just suck. Yeah, because that's the internet. That's what the internet likes to do. The internet likes to make you feel so empowered all the time. All you people who like to hide behind your computer screens and tell people they stink. Yeah, I got your number. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have anybody's number. Well, whatever. I have the best that I can do there. We're gonna I'm gonna try this again. Just keep at it, just keep swimming. That was better. I still didn't get my left hand down in time. I have to know where I'm going. Keep going this time. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was better. That turn was better. I'm gonna try to. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty, and who's it and then into. So I do a little bit farther away. One of the things I tell my students when they're practicing is, practice the spot you're having trouble with, and then slowly move away from it. Like kind of spread the distance apart that you are trying to work towards. So as you saw, I kept playing after I did the page turn, even though it wasn't exactly perfect. And then now I'm moving a little bit farther away. I'm going to go one more like half phrase farther. where that hand goes. But the problem is that getting that page over, that's in a really big moment. It's like, you can't screw that up. Up where they walk. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. That big spot. And black. Alright, so you have that. Yeah, and the left hand is doing all the epic leaps. You have Anyway, I'm just going to still work on that one. I'm just going to continue working on that one on my own. I did want to I was kind of looking forward to doing this vlog today. I don't know why. I've been thinking about it over the weekend. So some of the upcoming things I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try to do. Michelle gave me this for Christmas. This is the Lego. I think I talked about this in the last one. This is the Lego version of the train station, and it goes along with that. It's supposed to go along with that castle. I'm going to try to do like a time lapse of me trying to put this together. Put that video together once it's finished. So I'm gonna start working on that, and then I think one of the next videos I'm going to put out is going to be. Top 10 things to do in Magic Kingdom, talking about attractions, shows, and food. Do top 10 things that I find of all those things to do in Magic Kingdom when you're there for a day. Maybe like top 10 things to do in one day in Magic Kingdom. I think that's what I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to put together a video of that over the weekend. Maybe put that on Monday. Wednesday, probably going to play something for you. Probably pull out one of the instruments that I've got and play something. I'm hoping to be able to do that with you. And I hope that your day is going well. If you need anything and you know me, please go ahead and reach out and contact me. Let me know that you were thinking about me, or that you saw that I was thinking about you. So I hope you know that all you guys at home are on my minds, and my students are, my friends are, my family is. I do miss you all. I wish we could see each other right now, but I understand why we can't. Stay safe, wash your hands, and I think I'm just going to have to say goodbye, but I'm going to say it like this, because I always do. See you, bye!